Season in Eagan, Minnesota. The Eagan Civic Arena has hockey for you tonight. Two teams looking to find something in their stockings in the form of small rubber objects. The stockings in this case are the nets. The small rubber objects, the pucks, and the Apple Valley Eagles travel north on Highway 77 to take on the Eagan Wildcats here at Eagan Civic Arena. Thanks for joining us here on ETV. My name is Nathan Cron. I'm joined by the voice of the Wildcats, Mike Cook. And Mike, these Wildcats have been a bit inconsistent this year, but so have the Eagles.
Yeah, first off, let's clarify that voice of the Wildcats. That's a we thing. It's us. But yeah, a couple of teams very similar coming into this game. You look at the Apple Valley Burnsville Eagles, because it is a co-op now. Second year that those two schools have had to play together. They've lost 5 in a row, but they've got some momentum coming in. And most impressively, they got beat 11-2 by Shakopee like a week and a half ago. Turned around 5 days later, took the Sabres to overtime, had chances to knock them off, had a 3-on-1 in overtime, hit a post. Shakopee able to get the game winner ultimately after scoring 3 late in the third to tie the darn thing. But so Apple Valley coming in with some momentum. Eagan Wildcats, they are, much like Apple Valley, they are looking to find the net. Neither one of these teams is very impressive when it comes to goals per game. Both are averaging, I think it was just over 2 we looked at, so we'll see if one of them could break out tonight. Both teams are allowing about 4.5 per game, so two very similar teams. Apple Valley comes in 2-5. They are 0-5 in conference play. Wildcats 3-6, 1-3 respectively. They lost 5-1 down at Shakopee the other day. And a game that Coach Todd Carlson said the score was not indicative of how well the Wildcats played in that game. We'll see if that momentum can carry over tonight here inside the Eagan Civic Arena. Charlie Forrester, 17, in deep for the Wildcats. Forrester moved up. He's paired with Lance Murray tonight, 7-16 of the defensive pairing for the Wildcats. Owen Wood and Isaac Martin, 27-12, the other pair for the Wildcats. Well, when you ask, okay, Nathan, where's Blake Prouty? Well, Blake Prouty's now playing right wing on the line with A.J. Clark and Eddie Moore.
Well, Coach Todd Carlson needs to do something. You mentioned it earlier, Mike Cook. The Wildcats have got to start scoring goals. This is a team that's scoring about 2, a little over 2 per game, and giving up about 4 per game. That's not a trend that can continue. Fortunately for the Wildcats tonight, they're facing an Eagles team that has a similar type of statistic. They're scoring about 2 a game, as you see a wraparound attempt there, and it's cleared by the Eagles. They're scoring about 2 a game, and they're giving up about 4.5 a game. So two teams that are, I wouldn't say mirror images of each other, but certainly have a lot of similarities.
Absolutely. That was Jack Capps leading the rush for Apple Valley. We're 10 in the brown. And Eagan going to bring it out with Murray. Murray, I believe, was the one who got the goal down at Shakopee for the Wildcats, and actually Murray's got goals in the last 2 games. As he and Jake Wood scored in that Bloomington-Jefferson game last Wednesday here at the Civic Arena. Game that the Cats rallied but came up just a hair short against the Jags. This will be Hudson turf for the Wildcats. Back to Murray. Murray long shot, and that puck is gobbled up by number 41, Max Wiggins, the junior netminder for the Apple Valley Burnsville Eagles. So look at Max.
We're going to see tonight, we're going to see how busy the Wildcats can keep Wiggins. As can they get enough shots on goal to make this a really competitive contest? I mean, we've seen the Wildcats, have, a lot of shots on goal. We've seen them have very, very few. That, already tonight we've seen the Wildcats gain the offensive zone, but then they're looking to pass, they're looking to move the puck. They're not necessarily looking to go north, what I would call north-south, right at the goalie, or right get those shots on. We'll see if that trend continues.
Not sure what the delay is. We have the official over at the scorer's table.
I think the clock was running perhaps after the last whistle.
And it looks like they're going to put it back up to 14:40. And Chris Sikich on the Apple Valley bench going to get an explanation. I think that all looks good, he said. Todd Carlson said good for the Wildcats. And face off in the Apple Valley Burnsville zone. And I got to admit, Nathan, it still feels weird to say Apple Valley Burnsville. I think we might be saying just Apple Valley a lot tonight out of habit.
It does. I mean, they're wearing what I'll describe as Apple Valley colors, and for so many decades, the Eagles and the Blaze, or Braves as they used to be known, were as intense rivals as you could get in high school sports, whether that was football or hockey or softball or any other sport. So, for those of us old timers that you and I are,
yes,
this is quite the experiment. Though I will say the Apple Valley uniforms with the white and brown like that, very, very sharp, very, very classy.
And selfishly, very easy to read.
That's right.
Exactly. Here comes Apple Valley. Can they get out of their own zone? They try to poke it ahead that time. That was number 26, Asher McIntosh, the center for the Eagles. And Cats will dump it back in. Keep the same 5 skaters out. That was Prouty first man in for the Wildcats. Eddie Moore gets the puck. Tries to get it to Clark. Murray's going to give it chase back in the Eagan zone as Apple Valley Burnsville. 5 fresh skaters coming on. Clark along the half wall. He's watched over there by number 5, Caleb Engelbrecht, one of the defenders for this Eagle squad. He's paired up with number 12, Andrew Bononkin. 13-14 to go. Early stages from the Eagan Civic Arena. As turnover into the zone, here comes Apple Valley the other way. Otten couldn't get it. This will be Hatfield, number 8 for the Fisher Hatfield shot. Steer side by Gus Glide between the pipes tonight for the Eagan, or Gabe Glide, pardon me. I don't know why I said Gus. It's Gabe. Gus graduated. Gabe between the pipes tonight for the Eagan Wildcats. Cats 2 shots on goal. Eagles yet to put one on goal officially. As Owen Wood will regroup, watched by Hatfield. This will be Kerr. Does it rink wide. O'Leary tries to avoid a man and get into the zone. Cats are changing a couple behind the play. Indeed, that's Briley Prong, 24 in white. Kerr, a little tug on the jersey from behind. That's a PI in football, but hockey we play on. Back up top, no, too far for Kerr. That will not be an ice. Hustling down for Apple Valley was number 10, Caps. Couldn't quite get there, and regrouping that time. That's Jack Cook back at defense, 45 in brown. Caps far side, trying to get Kerr in front. Couldn't quite connect. With Briley Prong with the passing attempt. 5 minutes gone by in this one. Shot, rebound, nothing there. The Prong couldn't quite get there in time.
That was a quality shot. I love how quick the shot went off. Obviously, it's easy for us to sit up here in the booth, so to speak, and say it's a shot, an opportunity, it's not a shot opportunity, things like that. But the Wildcats, a couple times, they've thrown it around blind.
Murray with a golden opportunity after a nice between the legs pass by Garrett Koken to himself. Interesting, Nathan, you talk about just getting a shot, and talking to Coach Carlson before the game, look at that replay. Watch Koken there. Nice pass. And then Murray just a really good look, but Wiggins a big save. But I asked Coach Carlson about that. You feel guys that are, how much of it is just shoot the puck, let's see what happens kind of thing. And he said, yeah, that's a lot of it, but you also look at guys that don't have a goal yet this year, and sometimes they get in their head, they've got to be a little fancier with it, not so much the greasy garbage goal. Opportunity for the Eagles indeed.
Nice defense by Martin.
Yep. Cats might have got away with a cross check on that. Deep in their own zone. I think that was Koken. Valley's going to be able to keep this win from the circle. Goes wide to Glide. Lively bounce off the boards. Valley trying to keep this in front. That was Austin Demare, 6 with an opportunity. Shot through glide, couldn't get it down. Cats are going to be able to clear it. We should have an icing. Nice footer there by the Apple Valley Burnsville squad.
First pressure by the Eagles today, or tonight, I should say, in the Eagan zone. A couple times, we'll have to keep an eye on this, Mike. The Wildcats have, as you say, picking up on a point you just made, they have a tendency to want to pass and sometimes be a little too fancy. Drop passes, spinning around, blind passes, things like that. And it works. If it works, it's brilliant. If not, not so much.
Eddie Moore, nice little toe drag. Eddie Moore couldn't quite knock it home. Nice defensive play that time by the Eagles. Dylan Otten, number 11, to thwart that opportunity. Valley looking to bring it out and tried to get Otten sneaking behind the defense, intercepted by the Wildcats. Clark for Eagan, 22 in white, he'll dump it in. And does not stay in long as Apple Valley Burnsville would have poked that one out before Prouty dumps it back in. Hops past Wiggins, second in front. Clark couldn't quite get that one home. A.J. Clark in front with a great opportunity for the Cats.
Great job by Clark pulling the trigger fast. Great job by Moore setting up his line mate.
Hatfield will lead the rush for Apple Valley. Oh, there might have been a hair offside. The officials disagree. Not going to matter because the Cats are going to bring it out. There's Lance Murray, one of the captains for this Wildcat squad. Numbers are against him, but he stops, spins. Cats able to make a change behind the play. And Murray still gets off the long wrist shot with 9:29 to go and a scoreless first.
Well, the start of the game is certainly what you're looking for if you're Coach Todd Carlson, as you see Murray bring it into the zone. Not a screen in sight in front of Wiggins, and so that's a situation where Murray, he's at the end of his shift. He needs to get off the ice, and that's the safest way to do that is to get an offensive zone faceoff.
Wood tries to bring it in deep from his defensive position. As he moves in, Kerr came back to the point, and this will be Kerr. Deeks one man down to the half wall and 1-on-2. Able to stay with the puck is the Eagan to forward. Kept in, Briley, going, Kronk, shot. And Wiggins with another save tonight. That'll be save number 8 for Wiggins, who comes into this game with a .419 goals against average, save percentage of .884. At the bulk of the, looks like he's played all but one period thus far for this Apple Valley Burnsville squad. Cats, nice job of keeping that one in. Martin far side. Colin O'Leary, number 9 in white, lost it coming around the net. Apple Valley, can they get it out of their own zone? They can briefly, but Martin was back there wearing white. And we're going to have an icing against the Eagan Wildcats as we approach the halfway point in period number 1.
Well, so many times the Wildcats have started well, Mike, and then they've turned around and conceded a goal early, right? We saw that against, the Jaguars. We've seen it against other teams. So far, hasn't happened.
I think the Cats, I asked Coach Carlson this, and I think he said twice this year the Cats have gotten the first goal of the hockey game. Coincidentally, they've won both of those games.
Is that what you call a trend?
Yes, I believe it is. It's only 2 games, but we'll call it a trend.
I think that's a good idea.
I mean, we're only, game 9 here of the regular season? Or game 10, I believe. Whatever, 9-10. Can the Cats get it out? Apple Valley's going to keep that one in. Mayrock had the honors, but doesn't stay in there for long. Getting around Cook on the far side. That's Prouty in white. He's taken out by 45 in brown. Cook, the junior defenseman, that's centered in front. Nobody there wearing white. And I believe we have a souvenir.
We might have a souvenir. We might have some orthodontia issues too, because that's coming in hot. Hopefully everybody in the Apple Valley student section wore their retainers tonight and won't have any problems. But good pressure early on here by the Wildcats. No question that they're playing well. And again, without a handful of players, I shouldn't say a handful of players, but some notable names that are often in the lineup for Coach Carlson.
Yeah, we should point Nathan. Grayson Robbins, he's still out, is battling a little bit of some concussion issues, and Cats are optimistic he'll be back sooner than later. Danny Lockenmeyer, he's still out with a high ankle sprain. And then Andrew Dahl, who'd been seeing some action, out with a shoulder injury. Talked to Andrew briefly. He's thinking it might be about a 3-week absence. in front. I really like the pressure we're seeing from Eagan tonight, which is something we have not seen much this year. Look at Martin, he's ridden out of the play, that time by Hatfield. There's Otten coming in. We've called that name a lot already tonight for that squad.
And then Otten, Hatfield, Mills line is going to be required to, they're going to be called upon by Coach Sikic to do something, offensive, really help drive the ship here, and just have to see if that line's going to be equal to the challenge.
And it's going to be on goal, so they're going to, could be Hatfield. Interesting, Chris Sikic was telling me this line of Ryder, Mills, Fisher, Hatfield, Dillon, Otten, it's been the best trio thus far for the Eagles. And of course, as we say that, they make a line change. But the Eagles are off sides as Nolan Mickelson and Meyer Kreutzmann couldn't quite connect just properly. By the way, Jack Skoglund, the third player on that trio, 16 in brown.
Well, the Wildcats lucky there. That was an errant pass that the Eagles were just unlucky not to be able to keep in the zone. But the Wildcats have got to be careful with this puck. They've got to be smart. Can't just throw it around.
Riley, that goes high and wide. He had Kerr coming down the slot. Coming out the other way for the Eagles. There's Meyer Kreutzmann, 27, hands it off. That goes wide of Gley. Apple Valley able to keep that one in. Near side. Can the Cats get it out? Oh, nice aggressive play that time. Nolan Mickelson stopped things briefly and bring it in just before he got off sides with Noah Nirog. 7 in brown. Keep an eye on him. He scores. I believe he's the top scorer for this squad. Oh, he's not quite. He's got 2 goals, 3 assists. And I believe goals in the last 2 games. Kerr centered it across. Couldn't quite connect that time with Prouty. Moore right there couldn't quite get it. Oh, they're going to say that puck did get out.
Awfully fast-moving first period, Mike.
Absolutely.
Very few whistles.
Into the Wildcat zone, Wood in white. This is before Eli Wells for Apple Valley Burnsville. Prouty will try to get it across to Eddie Moore. The Cats are maybe changing up their defensive pairing behind the play. With 5:19 to go in a scoreless first. Forrester, Charlie Forrester in deep. Todd Carlson said Forrester playing with a lot of confidence right now. Just missed putting one home there. Would have been his first of the year. Off the glass, kept in that time near side. Was centered across, getting back was Wells to intercept. And Apple Valley Burnsville able to force the Wildcats to regroup. 4 fresh skaters for the Apple Valley Burnsville squad.
I'd like to see Forrester shoot that puck maybe rather than go cross ice, only because the Eagles had been out there playing defense for a number of seconds, and maybe a greasy goal in front was the call, because the Eagles just might have had some slow legs.
See Jake Holman, 13 out for the Wildcats right now. I believe this might be his first shift of the game. And Jake Wood, 23 in white. Had that goal last time out against Jefferson. Opportunity. Wiggins watches that one go high and wide. Good pressure right now by the hometown Eagan Wildcats as Murray pinches in. In front, Holman couldn't get good wood on that one. Wraparound attempt. Wiggins slides over. Never got to him, however. And puck is up. Out. Should be an icing on the Eagles. And there is not going to be a whistle. Played by Gley after an aggressive play by Dylan Otten for Apple Valley Burnsville.
A nice job by Otten. I'm a little surprised. I think Gley, I thought would think he would have seen the linesman's arm up, and he came out well out of his crease to play that. I think they might have been better off just letting that one go for icing. Of course, then again, maybe he heard the referee say no icing. I don't know.
I thought the ref had his arm in the air, but regardless, we keep playing. As you said, Nathan, a rapidly played opening period. O'Leary, point prong to behind Kerr.
See, that's just a bit too cute, isn't it, Mike?
Yep, here comes Otten the other way. Otten gets around one man, couldn't quite get around two. His nice job on the back check was O'Leary. That will not be an ice. It was touched by Cook on the way down. Cook gets it out for Apple Valley. Kept in nicely, though, by Forrester, hustling in. Long shot. Wiggins steers that one aside. Save number 9 for him tonight off of Martin's attempt. Forrester 1 on about 4. Lost the puck. Puck tried to pop out, kept in again nicely. Briley, clink prong, stops, spins. Finds Kerr. Kerr, one move. Kerr with another, and a goal! Hudson Kerr, 1-0 Wildcats.
It's a little bit of offensive magic by Coink Prong, setting up his friend Hudson Kerr for a big goal for these Wildcats, and given the propensity of the Wildcats to win games when they score first. Look at Coink Prong. Dances, turns, buys time, creates space, finds Kerr slicing through the middle. And Cook can't get to him.
Yeah, Jack Cook got beat bad. Yeah, Cook was beat bad, and Wiggins didn't have much of a chance. That went 5-0. I would imagine Coink Prong will get the lone assist on the Kerr goal, but we'll wait for the official announcement. As we have an icing.
Single assist number 24, Riley Coink Prong. Kerr from Coink Prong at 14:26 of the first.
Well, and for Kerr, that is goal number 2 of this season. And for Coink Prong, assist number 4. Got to tie him with Grayson Robbins and Lance Murray with 7 points for the team lead. Murray looking to get his 8th point there with a long shot. Here comes Apple Valley out the other way. McIntosh trying to split the D. Nothing doing that time. As Murray hustles back for the Eagan Wildcats with 2 minutes to go here in the opening period on ETV. Here's Clark. AJ Center in front, nobody there. Probably was kind of turned around, spinning at the time. Eddie Moore. Shot in front. Boy, the feed was there, just could not connect for the Cats. That was Austin DeMar for Apple Valley coming the other way. He's got Wells with him. DeMar stays with it. There's Engelbrecht out at top. Down far side. That was Narok 7. Cats, can they get this one out? Blake Prouty able to poke it out, force Apple Valley to at least tag up. Back into the Cat zone. Glide controls. That's Murray going to try and lead the rush for the Wildcats. A.J. Clark couldn't quite control that pass. Engelbrecht's going to come the other way. And this will be 26 in white. Ben Stanky going to circle deep.
1 minute remaining in the first period.
Koken that time. Lost the puck. Kept in. Otten, of course. Who else can do the other way? He's taken down by Isaac Martin. No call upcoming. Apple Valley Burnsville fans a little upset over that one down to our left. Jake Wood down low for the Wildcats with 37 to go. Cats would love to get a second before the period expires. But of course, Apple Valley Burnsville to get the equalizer. 4-player change for the Eagles. I believe the Wildcats change. Well, it'll be 4 now. With Martin shot. Wiggins had a real good look at that. O'Leary through traffic. That went just wide. Wiggins might have got a piece of that. Apple Valley maybe the last chance before the period expires as Mickelson drops hits Wood into the boards. Good shot and nothing doing that time. A little extracurricular as Mickelson says hello to Wood. A little bit of a cross check to the chest there, but it was a tap.
It was just a hi. How you doing? Let's play some hockey. And the Wildcats have got to feel very good about their play in the first period. I can't say that we've had too many games, Mike Cook, where the Wildcats have outshot their opponents by this type of a margin. The shots are 11-4 right now in favor of the Wildcats, and so many more scoring opportunities for the Wildcats. And the question is, can they sustain that? Can they continue to sustain that? They're playing good hockey right now. They got to do it for 3 periods.
Well, as the Cats head to the locker room, they're up 1-0. We'll take a little break, but we'll come back with second period action. You're watching Eagan Wildcat hockey on ETV.
we've come a long way since 1963.
City of Eagan likes to prioritize sustainability throughout events in a variety of ways. This year at the Eagan Food Truck Festival, we partnered with Our Cup, which is a reusable cup company specializing in events that helps us divert any single-use plastic cups.
Our Cup's mission is to create the platform, infrastructure, and movement for the reuse economy. We offer a reuse service that's simple and convenient. We make it so events like this can use reusable cups or containers. We'll take all of them back to our facility, wash them, and then get them redeployed for the next event.
I think that that's the ultimate joy of Our Cup is helping our clients, helping these events, helping Eagan Food Truck Fest achieve its sustainability goals in a measurable way.
We are one of the first events in Dakota County that has used Our Cup at a large event. They're here on site at events to help reduce as much single-use plastic as we can, and we couldn't be more thrilled that they're here to help us this year at the Eagan Food Truck Festival.
The Eagan Art House, facility that really for many years has been operated out of a 1,200 square foot house. The growth of our art programs and artists across the city and region has really created a demand for so much more. And while we've tried to use some of our other satellite facilities to help meet that demand, really the time is now to create a specialized art facility that will help meet that demand.
We've been here for over 25 years, operating as a center for art education. We see thousands of people every single year, all ages, taking classes, learning new things, making new friends, finding their creative voice, gaining confidence. So it's a really important part of our community. We merged with the City Park and Recreation Department. Before that time, the Eagan Art House was a nonprofit organization.
I started about 20 years ago. In those days, it was the Dakota Center for the Arts. It was a nonprofit organization that rented the art house from the city for $1 a year.
In the main house where it used to be living room, bedrooms, originally it was all kinds of classes, painting classes, kids camps, different media. And then the garage where we're sitting, the garage has been the pottery studio. Since that time, we started off with 4 wheels. Now we have 8+ wheels, which is how much we can fit in the space. It is a rambler house. There's only so much room in this space. We use every square inch in this building, behind the doors, above the cabinets, on the floor, underneath tables. We use every square inch we have. Accessibility is also a huge challenge here. There is really not a great way for people with mobility challenges to easily get into the pottery studio space. That is a pretty serious consideration too as we go into this new building, is to making sure that we are accessible, physically accessible for everyone too.
The art house, even though it's a specialized kind of facility, there's still something creative that can touch just about everybody. We just aren't meeting the demand that's out there right now. There's not a lot of those facilities out there to provide these programs. And so we have waiting lists for just about every opportunity that is provided in the art house. It all comes down to the community, right? And people meeting up with friends and doing things that keeps them active and thriving.
Burnsville Medic 1.
Often referred to as a silent killer, carbon monoxide is a colorless, tasteless, and odorless gas. It can be caused by a faulty furnace, hot water heater, fireplace, clothing dryer, vehicle running in a garage, and more. Carbon monoxide can make your family feel ill or become life-threatening within hours. To prevent potential incidents, it is important to ensure you are prepared. Always schedule regular maintenance or inspections for your gas appliances. Always ensure there is a working CO detector within 10 feet of any room used for sleeping. Test your detectors often and ensure they are not expired. Never grill or use portable stoves in an enclosed area. Never run your vehicle in the garage, even if the door is open. And be aware of the symptoms of carbon monoxide poisoning, such as flu-like symptoms, headaches, confusion, dizziness, and nausea. If your CO detector activates or you are suspicious of a carbon monoxide leak, evacuate your home, call 911, and your Burnsville Fire Department will be ready to respond.
Welcome back to the Eagan Civic Arena as the Apple Valley Burnsville Eagles come to the ice. They're down 1-0 to those guys in white. That would be your hometown, the Eagan Wildcats, as you look at Danny Lockenmeyer. They're helping give his teammates a fist pump as Lockenmeyer, again, unfortunately out with an injury, but he's got plenty to be happy about as the Wildcats, like I said, have that 1-0 lead. Hudson Kerr with a really nice goal, but I think the feed from Briley Koink-Prong was even better.
Yeah, the feed from Koink-Prong was, I mean, it's hard, whether it's soccer or hockey, it's hard to, is it the pass, is it the finish? But let's face it, it's a team game, right? I mean, you have to have both pieces of it, but what I love about Koink-Prong is his ability to create space and wait to have, create time and delay just enough to allow Kerr to make that move. Cook got caught a little deep. Wigan didn't have really an opportunity to square up to it, and Kerr was able to just bury it. So, I mean, I wouldn't call it a greasy, ugly goal. It was kind of a pretty looking goal, but it was in close. And that's something that the Wildcats are going to sorely need against this tough Apple Valley Eagle team. These guys are going to, that Coach Sikic is going to come out in the second period, and these guys are going to be hitting hard.
Absolutely. By the way, statistically speaking, the second period not really good for either team. Apple Valley has been outscored 11-5 in the second. Cats have been outscored 14-5 in the second period, for those of you who want to believe in statistics like that. As the Wildcats moving right to left to right. Let's try that again. Cats are wearing white, moving left to right. And we're going to have our first penalty of the hockey game. Will become against Apple Valley Burnsville early in the second period. Forrester's shot from way out. And in front, Eddie Moore. Cats on a delayed penalty right here. 6-on-5. Apple Valley touches the puck. 26 seconds in, we're going to have a trip against the Eagles.
Yeah, there in the corner, you can see that looked like, I think that was Hatfield coming in and cleans out Kerr, I believe. And so as a result, he's going to sit for 2 minutes. And obviously, you don't see nobody in the arena crying about that one. It was pretty obvious. Nothing in it, didn't mean to, but it's like anything else. You got to be careful with what you do.
So Fisher Hatfield, that'll be his fifth penalty of this season. The Cats' anemic power play getting another opportunity. Checking in at just 13.8%. That would be 4 for 29 of the Eagan Wildcats with a man advantage. This will be Murray, who'll be quarterbacking the power play. Back to Isaac Martin. This side of the crowd. One-timer, Kerr whistles that one just wide. A.J. Clark spin, gets around his man deep in the zone. Puck been in the Apple Valley zone the entire power play thus far. Eddie Moore again just being a pest in there, keeping the puck in the zone of the opponent. Lance Murray sends it across far side. That's Martin. Lost the puck. And all the way down that time off the stick of number 20, Lincoln Freeze for Apple Valley, Burnsville. There's Murray, and got to be on the right side of the blue line if you're the Eagan Wildcats, and they were not.
And the referee said they were not, and that's the only opinion that counts. Where Wildcats went from having a power play that looked really, really competent there in the first handful of seconds to a little bit of sloppiness.
That's a little bit, yep. Apple Valley Burnsville, by the way, 60% on the PK this year. Killed off 15 of 25 shorthanded situations. At 36 to go and trying to kill off this opportunity. The stick on it, though, that time was Koken, but the puck still squirted out. Forster can't bring it in. O'Leary's going to give it a shot. O'Leary cuts to the circle. Leaves it back for number 21 in white. That was Koken. And again, can't keep it in that time with 13 to go, man advantage.
The Wildcats can just get gain the zone with possession and make 2 passes unmolested. They're going to be successful.
Prouty,
right now they're just not doing that.
Yeah, sorry there, Nathan. And Prouty brought it in. Apple Valley now back at full strength. Koink-Prong, will he shoot from there? He will. Nice screen in front that time for the Wildcats. Prouty, but Wigan's able to get the big paw, and it remains a 1-0 hockey game.
Good job by Wiggins. clamping down and really putting those pads down and creating a real barrier there. Wildcats had a good screen. We'll see it here. Was Prouty in front. Prouty's a big body, but Wiggins equal to the task.
Face-off will be to his left. And Apple Valley, Burnsville able to win the draw. Can they poke it out? They can. Martin pops that one back up near the boys on the glass here in the Civic Arena. Or what there is of the boys on the glass tonight, a rather sparse Eagan student section in the Civic Arena. I do know there's other things going on in it. I know both basketball teams are playing, for example. And heaven forbid some of them are home studying.
Well, that's what I would be doing if I were in high school right now, but you know, to each their own.
Absolutely. Here's Owen Wood for the Wildcats. That shot never got through. That was blocked out in front by Apple Valley. Coming around near side. Can the Eagles bring it out? Good job intercept that time. I think that was Prouty. Martin battles in there 1-on-2. Numbers not in his favor. Mirag in there for Apple Valley, and Wells is able to poke it out and actually now able to carry it out. Wells far side. Couple fans looking for a call there. There was none forthcoming, nor should there have been on that play.
Yeah, it looks like a trip, but when he plays the puck and you trip over the stick, that's just not going to draw a whistle.
A.J. Clark with a shot whistle just wide. Cats are going to make a couple of player changes behind the play. And here comes Apple Valley. This is Engelbrecht, number 5. Gets it ahead. 27 is Kreutzmann. Wells. Kreutzmann did not get a good piece of that one. Also indeed. Yep, that's a DeMar in there for Apple Valley as well. 6.
Yeah, Kreutzmann will want that one back. That will be one that this was a soccer game, you would say he'll want that one back for tomorrow when he watches the video.
It's Forrester down deep for the Cats. Tried to get it in front. Quick shot. That went wide. There was Koken that time coming down 21 in white. Puck back out. Will it be far enough for anybody to make a change? Apple Valley's going to, let's see, Engelbrecht off. Cook is on. 5 for 45. Wildcats going to carry that one in deep with Holman. Murray this time, as Holman got out just in time. Coming back, Wood shot just wide of the cage. Cats are not missing by much right now.
No, they're not. And what I like there by Woog is he didn't hesitate. He didn't take an extra touch. He didn't skate an extra couple of feet. He just hammered it right away. Unlucky for him, it just wasn't on target.
Interesting, that time Apple Valley had Mickelson floating down at the blue line behind a couple of Eagan defenders. We'll see if Chris Sickich continues to have his players do that. As Murray with Holman. Here's Murray. Holman lost it to skates and back out of the way. 2-on-0 Apple Valley. Mickelson across. Nice back check by Wood. As Ryder Mills could not connect for the Apple Valley Burnsville Eagles. Let's try the other way. Quick prong. And he goes just wide. And we've got a whistle because too many men, I believe.
Yeah, that puck made it as Coink-Prong's rebound went all the way over to in front of the Eagan bench. The Wildcats had just too many skaters on the watch. Here's Coink-Prong's shot is going to go. Ooh, didn't miss by much there. And that puck finds its way trust me, folks, it found its way to in front of the Eagan bench. The Eagan bench was changing, and we're going to have a penalty on the Wildcats.
Todd Carlson trying to plead his case back at the blue line. Not going to help. As Cats put a man in the box. Technically, Owen Wood is sitting, but that will be a bench minor. For the Apple Valley Eagles, their power play, 26.1% on the season. 6 for 23 are the Eagles with a man advantage. Then there's the Eagan penalty kill. Only 51.9. Hatfield across, could not connect. Coming on the slot was Nerrig.
Golden opportunity for the Eagles, and it goes begging.
Kreutzmann tries to get it ahead. Prong, and they're hustling in for the Wildcats. And Apple Valley, Burnsville able to clear it out. Not quick. Prong, opportunity back in. Wiggins, I think, just purely on a reflex got that save.
Oh, great job by O'Leary as the Eagles are in offside. Great job by O'Leary and Coit Prong. What an effort in the offensive zone despite being down a man.
I don't know if we have that replay. Watch Wiggins. I think he just moved that pad across. Just in the process of sliding. Yeah, he definitely didn't square up on that one.
Coit Prong was looking for the 5-hole and he couldn't quite. It was there. He just couldn't quite find the hole. But what an effort to even create the scoring opportunity by O'Leary.
Halfway through the power play for the Eagles. Just over 10.5 to go, second period. 1-0 Wildcats on Kerr's goal back in the first period. In deep for Apple Valley, this is Andrew Benolkin. Benolkin. Wells. Not too far as we Lance Murray behind the cage. Battles with DeMar all the way down. With 33 to go, man advantage. Neither team changing a player. As the Apple Valley Burnsville squad looks to bring it up. Just a hair behind Wells. Will stop spin up on the far side. Tried to find number 15 Mills coming down. Apple Valley see if they can get something set up there. Kept in just barely. Wells from an odd angle. Fly was up to the task on that one. Wells again. Yeah, that one might have hit iron. And the rebound just missed wide. A golden opportunity for the brown and gold. Coming the other way, Blake Prouty. Prouty's got a man. No, that was nearly deflected in off the Apple Valley player. But Oaken back. As it is, it's 1-0. We shall play on. Shots right now, 15-5 in favor of the Eagan Wildcats.
Goliath was on an island on the wrong side of the net, or the wrong side of the crease when that shot was taken. It's the second time the Eagles have had a yawning net that haven't been able to cash in. It's if they don't come back in this game and make a game of it, you know, with a win or a tie or whatever, they're going to look at those opportunities and say, we had these opportunities.
There's Clark. Gets past Mills. Clark stays with it. Clark tries to get it in front. Nobody getting through. There were a couple of players in the way that wear brown. Nera shot. It's the outside of the cage. Delayed penalty upcoming on the Wildcats. And this penalty will come at 8:26 of the middle period. And it will be A.J. Clark to sit for the Wildcats. I did not see the signal. If we have by chance have a replay that might show what A.J. did.
Clark went through a handful of, I was really impressed with how he went through a handful of defenders, almost Larry Zonka style, just pushing guys out of the way as he skated up the ice. But I think the penalty was called after he had lost possession. It's a slash. It may be a frustration penalty. Mike took this a slash after going through 3 or 4 defenders. I think he got a little frustrated and may have taken it out on one of the Eagles.
Yep. Otten tries to bring it in. He does for Apple Valley. They're going to send it near side. It's Hatfield, and that puck does come back out. A minute and a half to go. Man advantage for the Eagles. It took all of about a minute after that other power play expired before Apple Valley Burnsville back on the man advantage. Kleitzman will circle. He had Glei leaning. Back out Otten with all the way. And I think that went off and up into the netting with 7:44 to go in the period. 1:11 in the man advantage.
Well, the Wildcats are giving the Eagles opportunities to climb back into this hockey game, Mike. A second power play opportunity in the last handful of minutes. So far, the Eagles, they've had a few chances. They haven't cashed in.
Otten will stay out. We'll send it across Nerud. Down low, Hatfield. Back to Nerud, going timer. That was blocked by Prouty. That had to sting. A couple of 7s going at her right now. Nerud able to get to the puck before Prouty. And comes back out. Nice job though by Blake Prouty for Eagan. Otten. We're on side with the Eagles. Questionably, but they got in. 1-1 Apple Valley. Oh, Otten's on the way out. I'm not sure if he'll get credit. We're going to find out. And that was if you could challenge it, I think you would challenge for offsides.
Yeah, the Eagles, I think, I wish we could see the replay. We're not going to see it right now, but we are going to see the replay of the goal glide just. I'm not sure that, the referee has the better look than I do, but boy, it sure didn't look like that puck made it across the line. But again, he's got the better view.
Absolutely.
I trust that it happened, but it just, boy, it was real close.
We now have a tie hockey game here with 7:08 to go in the second.
Scoring for
Let's get the official word on the goal.
Number 27, Meyer Kreutzmann. Single assist to number 11, Dylan Ott.
So it'll be Meyer Kreutzmann with the goal. That'll be his third of the season. We got Ott with a lone assist from that shot from way out.
That's going to make life a little bit better for Kreutzmann as he fanned on a good opportunity to put it on net earlier.
Koken couldn't quite pull the trigger on that one. Wiggins was able to get the pad out on what was turned out to be kind of a softer shot than I'm sure he wanted. Forrester can't quite ring it around to Ben Stanky, 26 in white. I believe this is Ben's first shift this period. Battle right in front of the Apple Valley fans. Stanky, can he bring it out? What's a slash there in the neutral zone by an Apple Valley player. Koken, shot. Wiggins, I think, got a piece of that one to direct it high. That's trying to go back up by one as Apple Valley scored on the power play here about a minute ago. Off the boards. Couldn't get into the zone for the Wildcats. Now they do with Wells. Got DeMar with him. Nice defensive play by Owen Wood in white. Colin O'Leary cuts to his middle. O'Leary to the dot. Nice job that time defensively. It was Andrew Benoken. And Wiggins, I thought he had the puck. He did not. In front, O'Leary. Yes! 2-1 Wildcats.
It's a greasy goal for O'Leary, but they all count, ladies and gentlemen. O'Leary with a nice job there. That line has been battling hard with Kerr out there, with Point Prong out there, but look at O'Leary just throwing it at net. And Wiggins, I don't think he saw that until it was in the net. It was just a big screen in front of him.
He might have seen it, but he had no chance.
No, that was point blank range. No question about that.
But you said it earlier. Credit to O'Leary. Just shot the puck. Didn't try to do much with it.
Assist to number 27, Owen Wood. Number 24, Point Prong.
Wood and Point Prong get the assist on that goal. For Owen Wood, that'll be his second assist of the year. And for Point Prong, that'll be his fourth helper of the year. Also has 3 goals for this Eagan Wildcat squad. Inside 5 minutes to go, second period. Cats back on top by 1.
Well, a big answer by the Wildcats, and now it's up to the Eagles. What can they do? Can they do something here that's going to turn this game around back in their favor? Momentum went one way. Can it go the other?
Otten tries to get it out for Apple Valley. Hatfield overskates that puck. Otten gets it back. And Apple Valley Burnsville will regroup. And they're going to make a change. Ultimately, it's going to be 4 fresh skaters on for the Eagles. Too far that time for Eddie Moore. Face-off should be back in the Wildcat zone because of an icing.
Apple Valley Eagles would like to say hello to Grandma Almany watching in Oneida, New York. Thanks, Grandma, for watching this presentation of ETV, watching your Eagles take on the Wildcats.
And I'm going to guess Mata Carlson checking out the Wildcats up in Sauk Rapids tonight. And again, hopefully you're enjoying this broadcast, whomever you're rooting for and wherever you're watching us from on the World Wide Web. Apple Valley tried to get something going that time, overskating the puck. That was Mickelson. And Mickelson ultimately ends up on the ice, but now he'll get it back. Right to center in front, Lance Murray was there for the Wildcats. Murray, he'll backhand it ahead. Here comes Kerr. He's got Clink Prong with him. Kerr stops it back from Murray on the trailer. O'Leary comes in. Cass doing a nice job of keeping this puck in the zone. Clink Prong gonna go deep. He'll stop, spin. He's got Forrester up top. He'll go middle for Murray. Scramble in front, backhand, clink prong. Kerr misses just wide. He's going to see that one in his sleep.
Oh, Kerr had a big net. Just went over the top of it.
Murray's shot got through Wiggins. How about that? Puck is in! 3-1 Eagan.
Well, if you're Coach Todd Carlson, this is the kind of answer that you wanted out of your team. The Eagles tie the game. They seem to have momentum. And out of nowhere, like thunder, 2 goals for the Wildcats.
Well, it's Kerr there to clean it up. Let's see who had the initial shot.
I think it's BKP.
I believe you're correct. And the old up into the glass. Celebration by Hudson Kerr.
And if that's true, that's 3 assists for Briley Coin-Prong.
Assist number 16, last room, and number 24, Briley Coin-Prong.
That's a hat trick for Coin-Prong in the assist.
Of the second.
Yeah, 3 assists. That's, what's better than scoring 3 goals? 3 assists.
That doubles the total he had coming into tonight's hockey game. Shots right now, by the way, 20-7. Favor of the Wild. Well, there it is on your screen.
I don't think that Coach Todd Carlson isn't noticing that Briley Coin-Prong is having a whale of a hockey game. He ought to, now again, I'm not a hockey coach. I don't know anything about hockey, except I want that guy on the ice. As much as possible.
Yes. That would be quality coaching right there. Apple Valley briefly had that 1-1 game, and then the Cats 2 goals in a span of 2 minutes and 12 seconds. It's 3-1, and nearly 3-2 there as Otten got it through, and it was 15 Mills, I think, was trying to reach in for the tip. Big collision, Otten and one of the Wildcats. That was Eddie Moore on the receiving end. Woods with a miss behind as Hatfield controls for Apple Valley Burnsville. Mills in front. That can happen. Can they keep it in far side? They can. Narog. And here comes Blake Prouty and the Wildcats. Blake will just wisely dump that one in as we're inside 2 to go in the second. 3-1 Wildcats here on Eagan TV. Just wide off the stick of Prouty. A.J. Clark. Scramble in front. Higgins is somewhere under that pile, and the puck is there as well. The officials credit there right there.
Nice job that time by the Wildcats and by the Eagles. Wildcats pressing the goal. Eagles doing a great job of rallying around Wiggins. Look at this traffic. And I'm not sure that puck is frozen.
Oh, there it comes out.
I'm not sure it's frozen, but the referee loses sight of it, and that's enough for a whistle.
Absolutely. Murray couldn't quite keep that one into the blue line. He reached up for it, couldn't quite control. Apple Valley Mickelson. He and Murray tango down into the zone. And it's penalty going to be upcoming on Mickelson, and that will be a frustration penalty.
Oh, Mickelson's definitely not going to want to hear that but from his coach, but
nope.
But you're right, Mike, that he's taken down, he's knocked down, and then as Prouty was going right past him, all of a sudden he reaches out and hammers him, and he's frustrated with himself, and he knows that was not a good penalty to take. The Eagles are already down 2 goals here late in the second period, and now to add a power play, if the Wildcats get a goal here, it's going to be really tough sledding for the Eagles to climb out of that hole.
Well, another thing, with 1:15 to go, you can keep your top unit out there, and if you don't score, you're going to get them for that 45 seconds in the third quarter as well.
To Apple Valley's number 14, Nolan Mickelson, 2 minutes for tripping.
Tripping is the call officially.
2 minutes for tripping.
Isaac Martin, there's Murray far side with a minute to go in the period.
1 minute remaining in the second period, 1 minute.
Back in front. Martin will get it. Clark. Sends it deep. Kerr. You come back out to Murray. No, Kerr will spin. Eddie Moore gets it. And Apple Valley's going to send this one all the way down.
Too much perimeter play there by the Wildcats. Just too much, keeping it out on the perimeter. Just too much. Not getting a body in front of Wiggins and not getting it north-south. What I'll call north-south, directly at goal.
Apple Valley send that one all the way down. Hatfield will touch it with a high stick, and it'll be a whistle when he touches it, and there it is. I don't think he was aware that they were going to call for touching it with a high stick.
Well, he was breaking his neck to get there on a great, trying to do the best he could on that penalty kill, but I think either the bench or the referee, as he was closing in, said high stick or something to slow him down.
Well, they made the call back in the neutral zone, and I was surprised he didn't just let up and let Eagan touch it first and have some ticks off the clock. But up going to center it across. Bly was there. Nice job that time by Forrester as well for the Eagan Wildcats. And we're going to go to the locker rooms after 2 periods with a 3-1 lead for your Eagan Wildcats.
Well, we weren't sure what the Wildcats were going to do here in the second period, Mike. The Wildcats now out shooting the Eagles 21-7. And again, just that's 3-1, and that's not something these Wildcats have done this year. We're wondering what the second period would bring, and now we have our answer, and it brought some quality Wildcat play. The Eagles have to respond. The Eagles did some good things in this period too, getting on the board, but they've got to respond.
The shots that period were 10-3 in favor of the Wildcats. So at least 17 minutes to go. Apple Valley, Burnsville heads to their locker room. The Cats are on the way to theirs. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back for the third period. You're watching Eagan Hockey on ETV.
Burnsville Fire Department thrives on dedication, collaboration, and innovation, which brings us here today. Every year, our staff dedicates several days of off-duty fire training to not only work on what we've learned over the past year, but to look forward on what we can learn in the future. This is one of many training exercises at our training facility called ABLE. ABLE is a fire training facility owned by Apple Valley, Burnsville, Lakeville, and Eagan, and is used by a number of other agencies to train for live fire scenarios. Our live fire scenarios are designed to emulate realistic fire conditions, forcible entry, search and rescue, and more. These trainings allow us to be best prepared when we respond to an emergency.
We've come a long way since 1963. In 1963, the Eagan Fire Department was born, with just 41 brave souls and a dream. They started with little more than determination and a 1942 military surplus fire engine named Jenny.
We've grown from a small volunteer department to a part-time paid department, one of the biggest in the state, to a combination department of full-time and part-time. And now we're all career, all full-time, here to respond from the stations 24 hours a day, every day of the year.
Eagan's firefighters actively engage with the community at events like National Night Out, the Food Truck Festival, and our biggest event of the year, our Fire Prevention Week open house. Our open house is still our biggest event as far as welcoming people into our station, talking about safety, kids having fun and learning safety at the same time, getting their fire hats. We visit every school in Eagan. We're everywhere throughout the city. On weeknights, we're working with Girl Scout and Brownie and Cub Scout groups that'll either come to our station or we'll stop at their school. We back some military fun runs where we'll hang a flag off of our ladder and support that. There's so many different events that we do in the city, and we work hand in hand a lot with our Parks Department at a lot of their events. So there's a great partnership in the city with public safety and other departments, and we're all Team Eagan. Our success is a result of the strong bonds we've built with our community. We're here when you need us the most.
It doesn't matter where we go. If it's a school, if it's a community center event, the community always make us feel like we're supported.
Thank you, Eagan firefighters!
We've had some of the best firefighters in the state of Minnesota go through these doors and serve the residents and visitors to Eagan, and we're very proud of them and what they've achieved.
Burnsville Fire Department thrives on dedication, collaboration, and innovation, which brings us here today. Every year, our staff dedicates several days of off-duty fire training to not only work on what we've learned over the past year, but to look forward on what we can learn in the future. This is one of many training exercises at our training facility called ABLE. ABLE is a fire training facility owned by Apple Valley, Burnsville, Lakeville, and Eagan, and is used by a number of other agencies to train for live fire scenarios. Our live fire scenarios are designed to emulate realistic fire conditions, forcible entry, search and rescue, and more. These trainings allow us to be best prepared when we respond to an emergency.
As we get set for the third period action here in the Eagan Civic Arena. It's the Eagan Wildcats 3, the Apple Valley Burnsville Eagles 1. Once again, please be joined by Nathan Cron. My name is Mike Cook, along with the All-Star ETV crew here today. Happy to bring you South Suburban Conference hockey action as the Wildcats start this third period with a 3-1 lead. And Nathan, a good second period for the Wildcats. They just kept their foot on the gas. Apple Valley got that goal to tie, but the Cats rebounded nicely with a couple.
Yeah, it's something that the Wildcats haven't always done, quite frankly. When they've given up an early goal or they've gone down early, they haven't always rallied back. But tonight they've done a good job of that. Coach Carlson got to be very happy with that. Coach Sikich on the other side, he's going to say, hey, we did some good things in that second period, but way too many shots for the Wildcats. Being outshot 21-7 is not on his menu for success.
There's a look at Gley between the pipes. Gabe Gley got 6 saves on 7 shots in his face. Then you saw before Gabe, you got to look at Max Wiggins at the other end. Apple Valley netminder, 18 saves on 21 shots on goal. Also mentioned, forgot to mention, this is a joint venture with Burnsville Community Media as well tonight. So I understand we're on the channel over in Burnsville as well tonight. So greetings to all of you over in Blaze Country, shall we say?
Yeah, special thanks to Josh Sibley, our executive producer, and Tim Shinyan from Burnsville TV. Why don't I give you the crew right away here as we start the third period. Our award-winning ETV crew. Joe Chupik is our director. Dalton Gruber on replay. Tim Shinyan pinch hitting at graphics. Ken Trainer, Kiana Zestapil, and Jared Greenberg are our camera folks. And our intern is Sarah Indira.
Well, Sarah's getting a workout tonight, learning how things operate here in the Civic Arena. Maybe Sarah's the good luck charm. The Cats are up 3-1. With 33 to go and a man advantage as we start period number 3. Cats moving right to left. Across your screen. Here's Hudson Kerr. A little too far that time as he tried to get her across, but Nira was there for Apple Valley Burnsville. All the way down. Cats might get one more opportunity with the man advantage as they try to get a full head of steam with Isaac Martin. Martin, he'll leave it for Murray. A little too far that time for Kerr. It'll be an ice. And the faceoff will be back in the Wildcat zone, closer to Gabe Gley. 2 seconds to go, man.
Well, it was creative. It was a creative way of trying to enter the zone. It was ultimately futile that time. Wildcats will have to reset here and do what they can to make sure that they don't give up an early scoring opportunity for the Eagles.
Eagles full strength.
Eagan right now has tied a season high in goals. Third time they've hit 3. First time they've done it since game 4 of the season. This is currently contest number 10. Apple Valley, as we mentioned at the outset, they've lost 5 in a row, scoring a grand total of 10 goals in that 5-game set, including 4 against Shakopee in the one that they took the Sabres to overtime. The top 10 Sabres to overtime. I also saw Rosemont has now cracked the top 10, by the way, for Class AA. Face off to the left of Gley. 26 in brown is Asher McIntosh. He's out there with Austin Demare, Eli Wells. Engelbert will keep that one in for the Eagles. Prong not quite able to get there, kept in back at the blue line briefly by the Eagles. And ahead, this is Briley Prong. He's got a trio of helpers already tonight. Yet to light the lamp, however, for the Cats. Goal scorers tonight. Hudson Kerr's got a couple for the Wildcats. And number 9 for the Eagan Wildcats, Colin O'Leary, also with a tally.
Well, the Eagles don't have to press. They just have to play solid fundamental hockey, get north-south quickly, get shots on Gley. That's the strategy coming out here early in the third period for the Wildcats. Quality. You see the turnover there at the blue line.
Prong with a shot that Wiggins was able to kick aside, but gave up a juicy rebound in the process.
Wildcats just have to be fundamentally sound, Mike Cook. They've got to be smart every time they touch the puck in their defensive zone. They've got to do a good job of making sure it clears, right? Either you connect the pass or it clears out of the zone every time. No weak backhand, feed the point types of clearances, no giveaways. No miscues, no blind passes. Smart hockey for both sides is the order of the day. There's still plenty of time for these Eagles to fly back in this hockey game.
Absolutely, 15:08 to go. We'll say it, in regulation. And that was kind of a knuckler glide, able to get the pad on that. That's actually a tough save for that goaltender with that knuckler bouncing in like that. But glide looks smooth. Speaking of smooth, here's Clark. Couldn't quite get it over to number 7. That would be Prouty, who has the puck back. That was stopped by a defender and out to neutral, where Isaac Martin will pick it up for the Eagan Wildcats over to Owen Wood. Apple Valley Burnsville changing a couple of players. Eagan keeping the same 5 on the ice. Here I just that blind pass. It actually got out past a couple of Wildcats skaters. And Prouty will be forced to regroup for Eagan. Clark backhanded that across the blue line. They might make a change behind the play, but they did not. Back out. Nicholson, he collides hard with Prouty at the blue or the center line.
That was a meaty challenge.
Yes, it was. Now we're going to get 5 fresh skaters aside, I believe, with the whistle. With 14 minutes even to go in this one. As you mentioned, both these teams are going to take part in holiday tournaments. Wildcats are going to head down to Rochester for the Kiwanis Hockey Festival. Apple Valley is going to head up Interstate 35. They're going to play in the Heritage Hockey Classic. They will face the Cloquet Esco Carleton Lumberjacks on December 27th. First game of that tournament. Cats are facing Dodge County, Rochester Mayo, Rochester Century /JM on in the Kiwanis Hockey Festival. Next home game for these Eagan Wildcats, January 13th. Lakeville North inside the Civic Arena. That'll be a 7:30 start for that one. Apple Valley Burnsville, by the way, next time they are home, technically will be at the Burnsville Ice Center, Lakeville North, on January 4th. They've got Farmington 2 days later at the Apple Valley Sports Arena. Saw Farmington, the winless Farmington Tigers in conference play, and I believe overall. Isaac Martin leading the rush for the Wildcats. Left side, cuts to the middle. Didn't quite get a really good shot off, and Wiggins, he'll wisely put the glove up on that one. Save number 21 for Wiggins.
I like the move by Martin. That was really aggressive, and I like it. He put it low and hard off the pads, you know, and he's looking for the back door. And if it's low and hard off the pads, you can get a rebound. If he goes high or tries to snipe a corner on top, it's a lot harder for your teammate to get a rebound. So I like that by Isaac Martin.
I like that too, Martin, or Murray, I should say, just a shot from about the half wall, seeing what would happen. Nothing came of it, but nonetheless, hey, you get it down there, you just never know. Forrester was in deep for Eagan. Up to O'Leary back at the point. Mills. Talking to Chris Zikic, and he was talking about Ryder Mills, 15 in Brown. He's a kid that is like 5'0", weighs about 100 nothing. But he's one of those kids, he said, he just busts his tail every day, every shift, everything he does. And I think he was the one Zikic was telling me about. He saw him like at lunch or something and said, hey, get another plate full of food. And he's like, no, I'm getting Jersey Mike's later. And Zikic is like, no, you need more now. You put some weight on that young man.
That time the drop pass came off Mike and the Wildcats didn't cash in, but that was the kind of pretty looking hockey that the Wildcats want to play. As long as it comes off, it'll be okay.
Stopping, spinning. Long outlet pass. Here's Prouty. That man down the slot was Clark. Couldn't quite connect with AJ. That was shot, just a hair wide off the stick of Moore. He had a good look at that far corner. Shot way out, goal! AJ Clark from way out, and I don't think that was deflected. Cats 4, Apple Valley, Burnsville 1.
Well, I've been waiting for A.J. Clark to score so I can talk about this. He's big and he's strong, and we've seen him so many times drive the net, and it just hasn't come off. And you see the look of joy there by the Wildcats, getting that puck, and it looked like it took a bounce off of maybe a defender on the way in, but good for Clark as finally his efforts are rewarded.
There's the vital information from public address announcer Nick Johnson. Season high in goals for the Wildcats with 4.
Season high in goals. It's a tall order right now for the Eagles. Tall order for them to climb out of this hole, but just happy for Clark that he gets one because he's demonstrated so much skill and he's worked very, very hard. He just has not, at least the games we've called, he hasn't been able to cash in as often, and now he finally gets one, so good for him.
That's his second of the year. He's also got 4 assists coming into this one. Cats go looking for number 5 that time. Koken tried to bring it in, puck back out. I think we have an icing. Yes, we do.
Yeah, we do.
But sure, we had a penalty on that far side as Koken went down hard.
Yeah, Koken went into an Eagle hard. I think the Eagle fans are thinking maybe that could have drawn a whistle, but I think Koken just used it was a good old-fashioned hip check, Mike.
Just over 10.5 to go in regulation. 4-1. Eagan Wildcats over the Apple Valley Burnsville Eagles. We mentioned a little bit earlier, 2 games ago, Apple Valley led Shakopee by this exact score with about 6 minutes to go. Shakopee rallied to force overtime and then win it in the extra session. Wiggins, a couple of tough saves right there. I was going to say, so the Apple Valley Burnsville fan knows that 4-1 doesn't mean anything. Well, it doesn't mean a whole lot. Or can be overcome, I should say. It doesn't mean a whole lot.
Can certainly be overcome. The Eagles, though, this season, a great opportunity. Big block that time. Huge block. Eagles this season just have not scored consistently. And we're going to have a penalty here, I think, on the Wildcats. Cross check.
7:15 time of the infraction. It'll be Murray to sit for the Wildcats. We'll have to get the official word. I did not see the actual penalty.
It's going to be Murray cross-check in front of the net. I think he's trying to guard the crease with Glide, but again, nothing in it. But again, Murray got to be smart here, right? I mean, if there was anything that the Eagles needed, it was a power play opportunity, and we've handed it to them. We're out shooting them 26-10. We had a good flurry of offensive skill here just a minute ago. Got to be careful.
Number 16, Lance Murray, 2 minutes for cross-checking. Number 16, Murray, 2 minutes for cross-checking at 7:15 of the third.
So as you said, Nathan, a cross-check on Murray. Apple Valley Burnsville on the power play for the, I'm going to check, I believe the 3rd time tonight. They do have 1 goal on those 2 chances. Need to get that second one. Golden opportunity for the Golden Brown.
The Eagles have got to get shots to the net, and that'll do it.
Norrickson way out. Got Otten with him. Here's Otten. Try to get through the screen. Nice job by the Wildcats. More to get in the way of that. 1:07 to go, man advantage for the Eagles. Way out. Oh, and it's 4-2. Merrick from way out. His 3rd of the year, I believe. Yes, indeed, will be his 3rd.
Oh, just a blast from the point. I could not tell if it hit something on the way in. Looked like it maybe hit a stick. Couldn't tell if it was a Wildcat stick or an Eagle stick. But that's exactly what the doctor ordered for the Eagles tonight here.
8:13 on the power play. We'll have to get the official word. I thought it went in clean, but
Scored for Apple Valley on the power play, number 7, assist to number 8, Fisher Hatfield. Error from Hatfield at 8:13 of the third.
So we're at a 4-2 hockey game. There's still half the third period to go. Quick prong couldn't control for the Wildcats. Apple Valley's going to get a chance to come out of their own zone. No, they're not, because Illyria aggressive coming in to pick up that loose puck. McIntosh for Apple Valley. Can they get it out? No, they cannot. Excellent play by Murray right in front of the Eagle bench. Hudson Kerr down low. He's looking for the Hattie tonight.
Yeah, you don't think if he scores, somehow there might be a few hats on the ice?
Let's say define few, because I think it's going to be more than a few. And he'll control again for the Wildcats. Hudson Kerr 11 in white. Kerr avoiding.
How is he doing it?
Well, I say he avoided about 4 Apple Valley Burnsville defenders. Short-handed opportunity. Wells whistles it high and wide. Good opportunity there for Apple Valley. Hatfield stays with it. Tried to get it in front. Demir couldn't do it. Long shot that hits a skate on the way through. Valley, they're within 2. Can they get it within 1 this time down the ice? No, they cannot. That puck does squirt out. Himmelreich couldn't quite keep it in at the blue line. Knocked off the puck that time. Stanky took down Mills. Inside 7 to go regulation. Turnover. Valley opportunity. Puck is loose. Puck is somehow Glide reached back, and I think got that under his arm, but that was inches away from a 1-goal game.
Well, Gabe Glide doing his best Dominic Hasek impersonation, just falling on the puck and trying to smother it as best he could. That puck was behind him, and Hatfield had visions of sugar plums dancing in his head. He just couldn't poke it home. And Glide's going to have an equipment issue. He's going to reset his mask, but the Eagles have definitely shown some fight back here in the third period, Mike. These Wildcats, you know, that whole sequence was set up because Murray had her on his stick, but he couldn't clear the zone.
Correct. Yep.
Fundamental hockey says you got it. It has to come out of the zone when you have it on your stick. Look right here, Martin's got to get this out of the zone, and he does.
Yep. Well, it's intercepted at the red line, right back into the Eagan zone. We're going to see a lot of this Ryder, Mills, Fisher, Hatfield, Dillon Otten trio for Apple Valley. 15, 8, and 11. This will be Otten, too far for him. Martin high off the glass, into the stands. We've got a souvenir for a number of young Eagan Wildcat fans. They're fighting for that puck. Who's going to come away with it? I don't know if it's going to be Shoop or I can't read the other names on those guys.
It's hard to tell.
They're still going hard at it.
Yeah, well, guys, we can find you more pucks. But
we'll try to get you an update. Well, there we go. Tug of war finally got it by, I don't know, one kid, whoever 23 was. I can't read his name. Bottom line, just over 6 to go. Third period.
For the Wildcats, it's a test. How do you handle success? How do you handle a situation like this? They haven't always had a lot of situations like this, so how can they do that?
I said Mickelson and Martin were tied up. Whistle on the play. Faceoff's going to come just outside the zone. Looks like Kreisman's going to draw for Apple Valley against Egan's Eddie Moore. Eddie Moore's still looking for his first goal of the year, which seems weird to say. He had a lot of good chances there, 14 in white.
Well, he's as hard a worker as there is in white and blue, but it's just hasn't so far happened for him. I can guarantee you he will net before the end of the year.
Mickelson going to go low for Apple Valley. He'll send it back up top. Shot from way out. Murray, I think, knocked that down. That one went wide on the rebound. Can the Eagles, or Eagan, get it out? Said the Eagles are going to keep it in.
Didn't come out again, Mike.
Skoglund shot that one off the skate of a Wildcat. Deflected into the corner. Back in front. Tried to get it in front, I should say. And Kreitzman was there for Apple Valley. Burnsville all the way down. Hit an official break for the Wildcats. That would have been an ice. Here's A.J. Clark coming down. He gets stood up and loses the puck. Prouty and Clark. Clark taken down, a hit from behind. No call. Inside 5 to go in regulation. Apple Valley is changing up, I believe, 3 players far side. Prouty for Eagan. I wish he would have shot that puck instead of making one extra move. But Prouty will keep it in the zone with Cullen O'Leary. His tag team partner briefly.
Cats have to keep their changes crisp. That puck needs to come out for the Eagles. They've got to get it into the offensive zone and go to work. Imagine being down 2 goals. They might be looking to pull Wiggins early.
There's Wells. Odd angle shot, and that missed the cage. Back out. Kerr, head of steam. Kerr 1-on-2. Defended nicely that time by Apple Valley's Luke Severson, number 22. Demerick couldn't get it for Apple Valley. It's Martin for the Cats. Glide. Steered that one aside. Somebody lost a twig back there. Inside 4 to go. Nice flow to this hockey game right now. Cats do stay on sides. Murray, he'll pinch in. Shot far side. Rebound is there. Cats are all over it. Does the puck get in? No. Somehow Max Wiggins and the Apple Valley Eagles keep that puck out. Great opportunity for the Eagan Wildcats. Koken had a good opportunity. He was looking for his first of the year.
Well, Wiggins, if the Eagles come back and make a game of this, they can thank Wiggins and his defenders. Could not see who that was. I think it was Engelbrecht diving into the crease to try to knock that out. Wow, what a sequence.
Clint Prong right there looking for his first of the night. He's already got 3 assists. Kerr looking for his 3rd goal. He was right there as well for the Wildcats. And Murray's going to stay out for the Wildcats. I think he wanted to change, but the official said it was too late. Coach Todd Carlson looking for an explanation. Well, here's the Eagan Wildcats looking to make it a Merry Christmas heading into the 9-day break, potentially with a W in not only a conference game, but also this could be a section game looking way down the road. Cats able to poke it out. Apple Valley to regroup. If you're Chris Sikich, when do you think about pulling Wiggins?
You have to think it's pretty soon, although the Wildcats the Wildcats have been very dangerous in terms of creating scoring chances.
Here's Jake Woog looking for an opportunity. More, just missed. Just over 3 to go in regulation. I don't know, down by 2, I'd be tempted to bring him right now. Here's Otten. Right across Hatfield. Oh, hit the post. And the net off its moorings. Break for the Wildcats. Hatfield had it.
Well, the Wildcats haven't always had puck luck, but look at this.
Hatfield
comes in, puts it on his backhand, now forehand, whiffs on it. Whips again. It misses Glide, hits the post. And look at Otten on the end. He's stretching for it, but by then, before Mills puts it across, the net is off. It was pretty clearly, you could not see it there from the replay, but shame, too bad for Mills and Otten. They broke their necks to get there to support Hatfield, and it just didn't come off.
28-14 shots now in this hockey game. 7 apiece this period. Timeout taken by the Apple Valley Eagles, and I think Chris Sikich is going to talk about when do we pull our goalie. Face-off's going to be in the Wildcats zone.
You're down 2 goals right now, and the Wildcats, I'll say this, the Wildcats have shown flashes of playing really good fundamental hockey here in the 3rd period, but they've also shown a few tendencies to be a little too cute, a little too pretty with the puck. And so they've taken penalties, and they've sometimes turned the puck over when they should get it out, or when you'd want them to get it out. I'll say it that way. And so, maybe Coach Sikich is saying to himself, "Hey, now we pull him. We see we create some offensive pressure, maybe draw a penalty, and then we go up 6-on-4, and good things happen."
Absolutely, you just never know. For Coach Sikic there behind the bench for the Apple Valley Eagles.
And for Coach Carlson, it's repeating the mantra of smart play. No penalties, no cross checks, move your feet. Every time you touch the puck, it comes out of the zone. Every time the puck is on your stick, if it does not come out of the zone, then you're going to have some explaining to do, Lucy, right? I'm sure nobody will get that reference except for people of a certain age.
Well, you mentioned no penalties for Eagan. Apple Valley Burnsville 2 for 3 with a man advantage tonight.
Yeah,
something to think about. And Wiggins is going to step off the ice. So with 2:49 to go, the Apple Valley net is empty. 6 on 5 in the Eagan zone.
Certainly makes sense. It certainly does.
And if you're Eagan, I think you just knock this out of the zone. You don't worry about getting fancy.
No, absolutely not. Every time it's on your stick, it has to come out. That has to be your mantra.
And ideally, you do it without icing. But point prong, he'll poke it out. Apple Valley forced to regroup. Skoglund leaves it. Intercept. O'Leary just misses from center ice.
Wildcats have 2 players going deep. I wouldn't do that. Honestly, I'd have my forecheck. I'd only have 1 player deep on the forecheck and keep another player back.
Gley had to clear it out, kept in, however, by the Apple Valley Burnsville Eagles. Briefly, here's Dylan Ott, and he'll be forced to regroup with 2 to go in regulation. And this will be Narig, number 7. Chris Sikic refers to Narig as big and strong. And he had that one time earlier this period that got the Eagles within 4-2. Hatfield splits a trio of Wildcat players. Gley, oh, the rebound was there. Skoglund couldn't quite reach out and get the stick. A.J. Clark will dump it in. And it's going to be offsides, I believe, the call with 90 seconds to go.
Oh, A.J. Clark, if he takes another couple of strides, because here's the thing, he wasn't going for the empty net.
Right.
He wasn't really going for the empty net. If he takes just another stride or 2, that's not icing, and more time rolls off the clock, forcing the Eagles to come all the way back into their zone. Just unlucky that time. But that's, again, the kind of play the Wildcats have got to keep making.
Apple Valley, I believe, brought out 4 fresh forwards. Murray on defense right there for the Wildcats. Can it get out? No, Clark unable to. It couldn't get it to Clark. Whoa, Gley, not sure where that went. Engelbrecht had the initial shot from near the half wall.
I'm with Gley. I'm not sure where that went either.
I thought it went in initially, but I didn't. Nobody pointed.
There's something here for the Eagles, regardless of the result. They're fighting back. They're doing what they have to do to create a hockey game here. That's a positive for the Eagles, regardless of the result.
Apple Valley, Burnsville controls the draw. Engelbrecht will poke it in down, try to get it down to Mickelson. All the way down, should be an icing. Tweet. 1:10 to go.
Yeah, the continual icings are fine if you're the Wildcats. They really are fine because it allows Coach Carlson to reset, to make changes of his players. It's fine. If that's what has to happen, that's fine. The Eagles have just got to get control of it.
Shot through. Gley with the big save. Got the mid out. Had a good look at that one. It took all of 4 seconds.
Well, a little bit of extra there is could not pick it up. It was Benoikin was maybe took a little bit of a slash at Gley, and Gley flipped the puck in his general direction. And boys, everybody take it easy.
I think that's called holiday cheer. With a minute to go.
Secret Santa.
There you go. Backhanded out. Apple Valley forced to regroup. Aggressive play. Kerr, can he get the Hattie? There it is. Hudson Kerr. People are making the motion. Will anybody throw the hat?
That is a hat trick for Hudson Kerr.
And nobody's throwing their hats.
I have to say I'm a bit disappointed in the Eagan Wildcats fans. They're waving their hats in the air. I'm sure it's some sort of South Suburban Conference rule or something. But yes, he scores his first goal in the last home game, and now he gets his first career hat trick, Mike Cook.
Hockey player that inspires him is Connor McDavid. Connor McDavid's got a few Hatties in his career. Hudson Kerr, that'll be Hattie number 1.
Scoring for the Wildcats, his third goal of the game, Hudson Kerr. Number 11 Kerr on assist with 16-10 of the third.
So they're going to no assists on that, but so the Eagan Wildcats 5-2. Looks like they're going to head into the break with a 4-6 record, 2-3 in conference play, with a season high 5 goals. And for Apple Valley Burnsville, this will be a 6-game losing streak as they head into a break before they head up north to the Heritage Hockey Classic over the just out between Christmas and New Year's. In front, Wiggins. Nice save that time by Wiggins. Save 25 of the night for Wiggins.
Shots 29-16 in favor of the Wildcats. I have to tell you, Mike, it's been a while. It's been a while since I can recall the Wildcats out shooting an opponent like that 2-1. But more importantly, they really dominated the offensive phase of hockey through most of this game.
I stand correct. They didn't actually give him a shot on that last attempt, so 24 saves for Wiggins. Bottom line, Eagan 5, Apple Valley 2, Bly with 14 saves for the Wildcats. We got that one right.
We did get that one right. Well, congratulations to Hudson Kerr on his first career hat trick. We'll have to see if that's a repeatable offense moving forward. The Eagles battled hard, but the Wildcats tonight were able to take advantage of the opportunities. Remember, Mike, we've seen these Wildcats at home, and they've played well enough to be competitive, but not well enough to win. Tonight, they played well enough to win.
And right there, you saw Apple Valley. They got that goal to get the 4-2. Just missed there, but then Kerr with the empty netter, and Christmas comes early for Hudson Kerr with a Hattie. That's going to wrap things up here from Wildcat Country. It's the Eagan Wildcats 5, the Apple Valley Burnsville Eagles 2. And in keeping with tradition, Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.